Hi, I'm Joan Cartan-Hansen. Welcome to our D4K Web Only show. And joining me to answer your questions about sound are, in our Pocatello studio, Steve Shropshire, professor of physics at Idaho State University. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
Thank you for having me.
And joining me here in Boise is Kathryn Devine, assistant professor of physics at the College of Idaho. Kathryn, thank you for being here.
Thanks for inviting me.
Let's go to your questions.
Hi, my name is Jacob, and I go to Lena Whitmore in Moscow, Idaho. My question is, does sound travel in a place without air?
Well, there are lots of places without air. You could have water, and it travels pretty much in the same way as sound through air. You have molecules colliding with each other, transmitting energy in a disturbance that moves. So yes, you can have sound travel through metal, through wood, through strings, through water, anything that could vibrate or move. But if you have there nothing at all, say a perfect vacuum, like in deep, deep space, you're not going to hear a sound. You have to have something that can move or vibrate or transmit that energy in order for sound to move.
Matthew from Dalton Elementary would like to know, how far away can a human ear hear?
Well, this again depends on how loud the sound was when it first went off. And so probably you wouldn't be able to hear my voice from more than, I don't know, 50 feet away in a normal room. But like Steve said, you could hear a volcano erupting from hundreds of miles away. So it depends on how much energy the sound has at the very beginning, and that determines how far away the sound can be heard. So more energy, you can hear it further away.
Isaac from Dalton Elementary would like to know, how can sound waves be used to shatter kidney and gallstones?
Sound waves, they have energy to them, and so as you may have been around like a loud sound or kind of a rumbling sound, you know that sound waves can cause things to vibrate. So it's kind of a similar technique. They aim the sound and target the sound at the kidney or gallstones in your body, so they don't have to cut you open or anything. They can just let the sound waves travel through your body and break up, cause the stones to vibrate at the right frequency so that they break up into smaller things that can then be passed out of the body.
Hi, my name is Jack, and I'm from McDonald Elementary in Moscow. And my question is, what is the loudest sound and how far would it travel?
The loudest sound in the universe? Wow, I don't know. I'm trying to think of probably the volcano example that Steve gave earlier. It would be the loudest one that I've ever heard of on Earth. But there's a lot of things that happen out in space that are extremely energetic, like a supernova or a star going off, exploding. And I can imagine that if you were around to hear it, would be pretty loud. But again, sound doesn't travel very well through space because there's not enough gas there to let the sound wave go. So I guess we wouldn't hear that from where we are here on Earth. Yeah. The
loudest sound we have a record of is the explosion of the volcano Krakatoa back in the 1800s. People recorded hearing the sound blast from that explosion thousands of miles away.
Kylie from Dalton Elementary would like to know, how can a dog hear sounds that are too high for humans?
Their ears are made different than ours. The dimensions of our ear, the shape, and it's the length of our ear canals determine what sort of pitches we're sensitive in hearing. And we just don't have the ears that are sensitive in that range that the dogs do. Going the other direction, elephants can hear much lower in frequencies than we do, because their ear canal is much longer and deeper than ours.
Hi, my name is Cassidy, and I go to West Park School in Moscow. This is my question. Do deaf people hear sounds?
I think deaf people, there's a range of deafness. And so some deaf people are able to hear sounds and just can't hear certain frequencies. And some deaf people really can't hear any sound at all. And so it really kind of depends on the person.
And they can also feel sound.
Yes, yeah, you can feel sound just like you can, even if you're not using your ears, you can feel the vibrations of some sounds.
Hi, my name is Breeden, and I go to Lena Whitmore in Moscow, Idaho. My question is, when a sonic boom is made, how is the sound produced?
With a sonic boom, what you have is you have something that's actually moving faster than sound would normally travel. And it's like throwing let's talk about a rock in water again. You're used to seeing the ripples go out, but if the rock is actually traveling faster than the ripples, you'll have a bunch of ripples all kind of pile up along with each other. And that's what's happening in the air with a sonic boom. You have like the ripples of the sound, but they're being produced so rapidly as a plane or something moves through the air that on the leading edge, the ripples are all piled up against each other. They don't have time to separate. And so when the sound reaches you, it's a big boom because all that sound adds up as the thing is moving through the air.
Katie at Dalton Elementary would like to know, if something is really loud, can it make you deaf?
Yes. Yeah, and it can kind of, so if something's really, really loud, it can take your hearing out in one instant. The thing that people kind of have to worry about a little more is exposing themselves to fairly loud sounds on a regular basis. And so this is, if you wear your headphones or your earbuds and you crank up the volume a lot, you're actually damaging those little detectors in your ears, the cilia in your ears. So if you hear a really loud sound, yes, you could just damage them completely once, and it could make you deaf for a little while or even permanently. But if you just slowly damage them by exposing them to loud sounds over a long period of time, then you can actually, over the course of your life, start to lose your sensitivity to sounds and make yourself slowly deaf.
I'm sorry, but we've run out of time. My thanks to Steve Shropshire there in Pocatello. Steve, thank you.
Thank you.
And Kathryn Devine here in Boise, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, if you want to learn more about sound, check out the sound area on the D4K website. You'll find facts, links, games, our sound broadcast show, and lots more. And every week, check out my science blog for the latest science news for kids. Thanks for joining us on this D4K Web Only.